really get jiggy with it. What's up, my trollkin? My name is Dion, and this is the Crazy Troll Nation. Why? Because you just saw why. Like, do I need to explain? Randomly picked, not chapstick. I picked up randomly the Tillamook. This is mint chocolate chip ice cream. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation because I just enjoy doing videos. And if you do videos, you should enjoy doing yours too. And enjoying the channels that you watch, whether you do videos or not. Let's just have a good time here while we're on YouTube. The troll part is not caring too much about what the beauty community standards are. Wear whatever you want to wear, whatever brand, use whatever tool, use whatever technique you want to get your makeup on the way that you want to. Because I'm having dry patches, I am going to add more of the Olay Regenerist Miracle Boost Concentrate Fragrance Free. You turn it, the cap pops up, and that's what gets the product in here. And then you push it down and you put the lid back on. Because sometimes we'll watch YouTube and we'll feel like we need to do a certain thing. We need to use a certain brand. You must have this palette to do this look, and you must use this brush or this sponge or this technique. You don't have to. Use whatever you want to, however you want to, because you need to be satisfied with your makeup. Beneath all of that, though, here at the Crazy Troll Nation, it is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but not feeling like you have to. My dry patches are really just around this part here, which is where my eczema, and what did the dermatologist say? It was a yeast thing from wearing a mask and my face sweating in this area in the mask. And I haven't been using my cream lately because it was almost cleared up, and so I forget to use the cream, so it's on me waking up with dry patches. So also we're going to put on the Volition eye serum. My under eyes today, when I woke up, this is my double bag side. This is a bag down here where there's not one right here. It was so swollen and my eyes were irritated today, and I did use this yesterday too. And so I'm trying to figure out, is it this? But then if it is, why just the one eye? You know what I mean? Let me finish my intro. I do curse on my channel sometimes because I do curse in real life sometimes. So welcome. Thank you for being here. If you're new, thank you for being here. If you're returning, you know I appreciate you. Y'all are my troll kin. I will say as a reminder with this, when I put it on, my under eyes do burn and my eyes do tear for maybe 15 to 20 minutes, and then it stops. And that's why I keep using it, because it does stop, but then I'm wondering deep down, is it still doing something it's not supposed to be doing? Yeah, because my under eyes have been a little sensitive lately. So yeah, y'all probably like, girl, stop using that product. I know, right? It's supposed to help with under eye discoloration and all of that, and wrinkles, and anyway. So I was debating on whether or not to do this video today, and then I was watching Tanya from Tanya's Beauty Box and Fenty primer. We're just going to do 2 pumps, and I'm watching her video and she inspired me because I did have in my calendar to do a look using the Pat McGrath Mothership. This is from the Love collection, and it does say Mothership eyeshadow palette, and this one is Velvet Liaison, the one with just the mattes. But then I was just like kind of tired. I did sleep well, but I I seldom feel well rested. And so even though I slept well, I was still just tired, not sleepy, but my body is just like, just don't do anything today. And I have a lot of those days. And part of it is because of, you know, my chronic joint pain and, you know, other stuff. So I had errands to run. I made another sale on Macari, and that was the Fenty 335. And so that was purchased the wee hours of this morning, like at 3 in the morning or something. So I packaged it up and I took that to the mail. And also I had a giveaway prize to send, and I had in my calendar to go to Aldi's because that's where I get my salad from, the Southwest salads, or is it Southwestern? And also, if you are a salad person, I like a salad that eats like a meal, and so I put extra stuff in it, aside from everything that comes with the salad kit, and the bag of salad is 2 meals, and so that's lunch and dinner, or 2 servings, you know, one for you and one for somebody else. And shout out to Zelda. She had mentioned she saw my grays poking through, and I commented back, I have a lot, they just hide. And because I have a buzz cut and you do see my scalp, it's like, okay, is that my scalp or is it hair? And I do have a lot of grays. Hey Zelda, how you doing? So this is like a little patch of grays right here. And I had commented to her that this is a family reunion of grays. And this might not look like hair, but this is grays. And I say a permanent family reunion because it's just a cluster. And so it looks like my hairline goes back further than it does. But this is a patch of gray hair. And it's like that right here too. You see this? And also here. And sprinkled throughout. And I've had grays since I was like in my 30s. So I've always had grays. I wore braids a lot. Tanya remembers when I wore braids. How you doing today, Tanya? From when I had my older channel, Steeler Junkie 07, I was in and out of braids for a good 10 years. And you could still see the grays along the edges, but in my hair you couldn't because of the braids. And so once I started trying to do my own hair, which didn't last long, it lasted a couple years. Natural hair people, kudos. It is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. And because I was so used to braids, which are low maintenance, trying to learn how to do my own hair, you know, in my 40s, I was just like, this is challenging. And so this is what we ended up with. It's a buzz cut, very low maintenance, very easy. I chose that primer foundation because it covers my under eyes. It evens everything out. I don't even think I'm going to do a base face. I don't want this video to be long, which seems like it may be because I'm just talking about all sorts of hiccups stuff. Excuse me. So rude, troll. Just rude. I do want to use the YC eye primer. I still haven't used it yet. It came in a subscription box, but I'm kind of nervous to try that, especially because my eyes are already feeling sensitive. And so I just want to go with something tried and true, which is the Fenty. Yeah, so we're going to put this on. I intentionally did not do my brows because I'm going to use one of the shadows in this palette to do my brows. I really have no idea what this look is going to look like. The shades in here are not really my vibe, but it's such a basic palette. I know I'm going to get used out of it with other shadows that I have. Yeah, and so I got it with the intention of using it with other stuff. And so that's what we're going to do other than today, because today we're just going to use the palette for what it is. And I do still have this MAC single that I have not used yet, which is gorgeous. And I have those 2 from subscription box that I have not used yet. And I'm wondering, even though I opened them, I'm wondering if I'm going to just give those away, because I'm like, am I really going to use it? And I have a feeling like I'll try it and then still not use it, and then I'm throwing it away, and I'd rather give it away new. But anyway, so what are we going to do with this palette? We're going to start with this shade. This could be an easy palette. You can do, and I know I'm always like, you can do columns, you can do rows, you can do this, you can do that. And some of you like that. And even if you don't have this palette, just look at the shades. I'm trying to find somewhere to put my elbow. So for this palette, this is an easy look. If you want to do like a pinkish type monochromatic thing, you can use these 2 shades here. That could be your look. You can put this on the lid, put this in your transition. You can put this on your lid, this in outer corner, just a 2 shadow easy look. This can be brow bone for any look you do, depending on your complexion. This could also be for inner corner if you don't mind having a matte shade for your inner corner. This would be just a basic transition shade. I don't even know, well, we'll find out if that's going to show up on me. But it's a very easy palette to do. This right here can be an easy quad, inner corner or brow bone. Put this on the lid, transition, deep in the outer corner. This could be an easy quad right here. Put this on the lid. Maybe blend out if you wanted to, because it might blend away into nothing. Use this for outer V and use this on your inner corner. So it's very easy. Or you can just do this row. Put this on the lid, brow bone, or you could use this as a liner or use it for like an outer V situation. So this is an easy palette, like if you just really just look at the colors, and it's super basic, but I like that this is lightweight. I do not have any of these 6-pan palettes. I have the golden one from Star Wars, and I have Bliss Bronze Bliss, and this was gifted to me by Joe Beauty 87. So thank you for that. One of my late night, early morning chat buddies. And this is what the golden one looks like. And I do like the formula in both of these. And the formula in both of those are very similar, but they're not the same as the other quints that I tried. So to me, that was just kind of strange. And so I'm just saying all that to say, even though I really do like Pat's mattes and her motherships, to me, her mattes and her mega motherships are more dry and a little more hard pressed than her mothership mattes. And so it is a different, to me, it's a different formula. And I think I've only heard 2 other people say that. Most people I hear saying it's exactly the same formula. It's a good way, you know, to get introduced to Pat shadows. But I'm like, compared to the motherships, like this is not it. But it depends on what you're used to and what your preference is. And so I'm just saying all that to say, if these are the same formula as her mothership mattes, I will really enjoy these because I really like her mothership matte. We're going to take this one first. The shades are on the back, so I don't even know what to tell you. That is Beige Bliss. I was going to say that I put eye primer on. Beige Bliss. And we're going to just put that on the first half of the lid. Okay, these, as of right now, it feels like the Mega Mothership mattes, but we'll see as we keep going. It looks like a bruise. We're going to flip the brush over and go into this shade, which is Midnight Pink. I don't wear pink, y'all, but we're going to wear it today. I thought this was going to be deeper than this one, or I would have put this one on first. Oh, that's not cute. When I'm looking down here doing a look, I'm just looking where I'm placing the color. And then when I look up here, that's when I'm looking at the entire situation. And I'm just like, oh, that is not cute. This is ugly. Who can take a Pat palette and do an ugly look? I can. I am not liking this at all. This is like really ugly. And people are probably like, oh my gosh, Pat McGrath, let me watch this video. And they're just like, girl, this is not what people do with Pat McGrath's shadows. This is ugly. I'm having trouble taking myself seriously. So we're flipping back over to the pink side, which I didn't mean to do. So we just want to tap that here. I didn't mean to do that. We're flipping back over to the first shade, Beige Bliss, which to me looks kind of purplish. Like, am I reading this backwards? Wait a minute. I think I'm reading it backwards. I think this is Plum Provocateur. Yeah, it is. This is Plum Provocateur. This is Voluptuous Rose. Okay, now it makes sense, because I'm like, that don't look beige, it looks purple, and it's a plum shade. So we're just going to, this is still ugly. So we're going to just bring this up higher, because this side is up higher. And so we're going to do this. This is ugly. If you are laughing with me, let me know down below, because I'm just like, this ain't it. This is not it. My eyes are tingling. These are Esoms. The first brush we used was an Hourglass. These are Esom V31 brushes. And we are going to we're going to take this on the first half of the transition. I just want to see what this one look like. And that is Barely Veiled. So we're going to take this one, Barely Veiled. And we're going to put that right here. This look, y'all, oh, that's dusty. My eyes are itching. Did not show up at all. This I think would be good for me, like if as an eraser shade, because as you see, it's just like toning down Plum Provocateur. So this would be a good fix it shade to tone down something if I go too deep with it. So it does serve a purpose. This is ugly. So it does it does serve a purpose. And the intention was to see how these shades would show up. And I am taking it up to my brow. It's really gonna be busted when I put that brown up there. We're gonna take the clean one and we're gonna go into an armored, this shade up here, and we're gonna put that on the remaining transition area. And none of these shades, even though I was saying you can do this and you can do that, now that I'm applying them, it's like they don't seem to really go together. And why does this shade blend into that shade and look the same on my lid? Because those are two different colors. So this is the outer lid shade, and this is what we're applying in the transition over top of it. But why does it look like, up close you can see a difference because I see a line like right here. But from here though, why does it look like it's the same shade? That is so strange. My eye is really itching. We're gonna take that fluffy brush and we're just gonna go in small circular motions. This look is hideous. We gotta do something. We gotta do something to fix this because this just cannot stay like this. And y'all know I'm not gonna not post this video. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. And I think I might take a shade. Thinking maybe we'll just use this one and just put this like all over the lid. I was thinking to take one of my lethal shades from the 6-pan palette that I have not done a look with yet. Then my newest one. This, nope. We're going to take this shade here, this one, and that is Beige Bliss, this one. And we're going to put that up here. And as I thought, just a dusty shade. We're taking the brush that we used to do small circular motions before, and we're going to do that again. This eye is starting to tear, and it is really burning. This eye is kind of tingling. Let me know below, and I think I know the answer. Would you still post this look? Like if you were at home recording this, would you just scrap it? Which y'all know that I'm not going to do. Because I know a lot of people do scrap looks, but I'm just curious, like out of y'all, my trollkin, like would you keep going or would you just be like, nah, we are not going to continue on with that. I'm looking for a small brush because I do want to take this shade here, which is Midnight Mink. And we're going to do our brows with it. And I don't remember using eyeshadow for brows before. This is the Eyeshadow V09. This was an Eyeshadow V33. This was a Makeup Geek Defined Crease Brush. Let me know also, do you want me to always say what brushes I'm using? I know some people, it doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't matter. Just like the brand or the brand doesn't matter, and the tools don't matter either. But if you like to know, let me know down below. Like, do you care? And if you say you don't care, I won't be offended at all. I'm just trying to decide, like, do I want to always say what the brushes are? Because it doesn't matter what the brushes are. You use whatever you want to use. Or I could just say, you know, a small pencil brush, a fluffy blending brush, a tapered crease brush. You know, I could just do that, which I think might be more helpful because then you're hearing the type of brush versus a particular brush. Because then if I say, oh, this is the Eyeshadow V09, it's like, okay, what is it? Where you may not remember that, but if I say, that doesn't look bad. Little reddish over here where I have no hair. This part looks really nice. Let me know also, I'm always asking so many freaking questions. Let me know also, do you use eyeshadow for your brows? Or do you use brow pomade? Do you use a brow pencil? Do you use a brow gel? Do you not do your brows at all? So that's the question about the brows. But do let me know about naming brushes. This eye is starting to tear now too. Oh my gosh. So we've used every shadow in here. This is busted. Let me get out my Q-tips because this is really tearing. And I can feel it about to either go up or down depending on the weight of the tear. We're just going to take a gray. This is, yeah, it is actually called gray. Because I do want to put something on my lower lash line. And of course I want to do something dark, but then that's not going to look right with the top part of the look, which is busted anyway. I think that looks a little better. I say after I just said how busted it looked. My eyes are seriously itching, y'all. So we're going to bring this out here. I'm wondering if I'm going to do a gel liner. Why is Melt having another 50% off sale? And y'all know I've been saying I wanted another Melt liner brush. When they had their 40% off sale, I didn't even see the brushes on the website, but they're on there now. But I'm on a no-buy for this month, so I did not make a purchase. And I checked in with my accountability partner, and I told her if I was doing this no-buy by myself, number one, I wouldn't be, because I'm on a perpetual low-buy anyway. But I would have made a purchase. I would have purchased at least 2 more of the liner brushes. My eyes are seriously itching. So what we're going to do really quick. I just feel miserable like when my eyes start tearing and acting up. Like it's annoying. We're going to take this shade here. And we're just going to put this on our lower lash line. This is a tapered pencil brush. And we're just going to put that under here. I do want to do liner. I do want to do mascara. But part of me is like, just end this and just go wash my face because my eyes are very itchy and it's not a good feeling. Today my pressed pigment video went live. So it's ironic that I'm doing this video this day that it went live and I'm having eye issues. Yeah, that didn't, the brush we used just to do our blending up here, we're just going to do this under here. I do think it looks better. Like, do I think this is like completely ugly? I don't think it's completely ugly. Once I did the brows, I do think though it would have looked better if this was over here, but I'm still just thrown off that this shade looks like this shade because it's not. It's just, let me get another. I'm trying to get through this. Thank you for being here. And we're on almost at 30 minutes. Okay, so what are we going to do? 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 We're just going to, I'm not liking this. This right here is not looking. I was going to go and do liner, but what I'm going to do, do I want to take that brown? Do I want to try this just to use it? The one I just said, that's going to be too dark. We're going to take this MAC shade, this MAC single shadow. We're going to take a dense flat shader brush. And this shade is Couture Copper. So we're going to see how it picks up with a brush. And we're just going to put this all over the lid, particularly in the front portion. Oh, okay, this is falling out on my face. Where did I get this from? Oh, my tears are tearing upward, and it's like right here, and it's red. So I don't know if shadow is going to stick there. That's why that's looking like that. Part of the reason is because it's wet right here, and the shadow just stuck right in it. Why is this looking patchy? I think the look looks better though, aside from the patchiness. I'm trying to remember if I got this from Marshalls or TJ Maxx or, yeah, it's wet right there. And it's creating a gap like right here. Shadow is not wanting to stay and it's not wanting to go over here because of where my tear went. Shit. So let me see if I can pat it in. Nope. The life of a troll is so hard. And this side is tearing up too. Tearing upward. This is what, so I'm gonna start from the outside. So it went smooth over there, like you see that? This is one of the dazzling shadows. Supposed to be very extreme, very shiny. And to see how these shadows would look, and then just to completely cover it up, it's like, what was the point? This is so wet in here, like right here. That shade is really pretty. This tearing is awful. I'm just trying to smooth it out. Since the shadow is darker there where it's wet, I'm just trying to smooth it out to make it look intentional. So this I like. This I like. I'm not going to do liner. I'm not going to do mascara because this is still tearing and my eyes are itching. But just to see, ooh, and that shade gave me a lot of fallout. We're not going to do a lip. We're not going to do anything else to the face. I am posting this because that's what I do here. I'm a troll. But you did see how all of these shades looked on my complexion. I was not happy with this one looking like this one because they are not the same shade at all. I don't like that. Was it this one? Yeah, it made me look a little ashy. I do like this on my brows though. I think the brows are looking nice. I mean, it's a little light, little red, but it's nice. This one, what did we use this one for? Was this for brow bone highlight? Yeah, that was ashy too. So this was ashy and this one was ashy. These two look the same. This looked like I had a bruised eye, and this looked good on the brows. But again, for just outer corner, a buff out shade and a buff out shade, I think it'll work. This one definitely works. This one, so that's my first impressions of this palette. Is like I don't have an opinion. It will serve a purpose. I do believe that. How the shadows look on my complexion, I still feel like a friggin' clown because these are not my types of shades, and you saw how they showed up on me to the point where I had to put another shade on top of it to even get a look that I like. But then if you just do a one and done, if these are your shades and these types of shades, particularly these here, complement your complexion, then yeah, this is a really good palette and it's easy because you can just put this on the lid and, you know, do a brow bone highlight. It is an easy palette to use. This can be used as a liner for any look in here. You know what I mean? So it's not a bad palette. It's just something with these tones just didn't look right with me. And this one, and now this is tearing down. And this one just looked like I had a bruise. So these are just not the right tones for me, except this one. And this if I do a thin line for a brow bone. Because the brow bone area is looking okay, but the rest of them, yeah, so that's my first impressions. For me, I still feel like a clown. Will I keep trying to make it work for outer corner shades, transition shades, for other looks that I do, especially if I'm using shimmers or dual chromes or multi-chromes? Yes, I will. So that'll be it for this video. Don't forget the answers to those questions, the brow question, and what was the other question? I don't even remember what the other question was. Yeah, I need to go wash this off because this itching and this tearing is very annoying. So apologies for not doing a full face. Troll is having issues. As always though, self-acceptance and self-love, that is the crazy Troll Nation way. You will see me in the next video.